Welcome to Sheltering Caves. I'm your co-host, Yadira Brown.
And I'm your co-host, Baptist.
The world is a totally f***ed up place right now.
But if there's one thing we know for sure,
it will be okay if we shelter in caves.
All right, welcome back. Here we are.
Hello.
Sheltering Caves, episode 4. Episode 4 for y'all, for the World Wide Web. Here we are. This is still so awkward for us in our house. So we're really looking forward to hearing from the chat because it feels like we're just talking to ourselves when we're in here. Is that right?
Yeah, but when the chat gets rolling, then it feels like we are hanging out with y'all, which is what we miss the most. So, send in some questions or rude statements toward Andrew.
Yeah. Yes.
Just kidding.
Everybody be sweet to you, dear. She's just so dope. But I deserve all of the hate. So direct your frustration and your hate towards my face, okay? So look into the camera and say, you know what? I could think of something that would insult him, right?
Yeah. That's what your friends do, and then it gets you going, and you guys have this, cute shit-talking.
It is bizarre.
Oops.
That's okay. We for the kids, but we're also for the adults. So I think today we're going to play some more music.
Yep.
So let's see. What are we going to start? We're going to start with an old classic. Do you want to talk about this one?
Are we doing the first one already?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're going to do Sour Times, and so I'm wearing my Portishead shirt that I got when I saw them live in Seattle, which was one of the best experiences of my life. And they're the best, so I got a shirt. And we're going to sing Sour Times by Portishead.
Take a
you know, when you're covering like your favorite artist ever, it's hard to do it justice, but we put a lot into that one, so we hope y'all enjoyed it.
Should we play a little Either Way for them?
Yeah, this is the new one. I've been trying to hide it, but I'm so tired of fighting. Every time you touch me, oh, I just go insane. Keeping me frustrated. I love it and I hate it. Do you really want me? Or is it just a game? Just 'cause I can't stay away. Want you to be mine. Hurt you either way. I'll do it just fine. Just what is the price to pay? I said I'll do the time. It's from night to day. It hurts me either way. Why you acting different? I've been so consistent. Every time you call me, you only want one thing. Boy, you never listen. Broke my heart, now fix it. Do you really love me? Or just the songs I sing? Songs I can't stay away. Want you to be mine. Hurt you either way. I'm doing just fine. What is the price to pay? I said I'll do the time. It's from night to day. It hurts me either way. 'Cause I can't stay away. Want you to be mine. Hurt you either way. I'm doing just fine. What is the price to pay? I said I'll do the time. It's from night to day. It hurts me either way. Either way. Woo! Cuts by Kid Slice.
I don't care how many gold records they sold. They're done. Drop them. Hello? Who the hell is this? Listen, I got gold records as placemats on my dinner table. I'm Mr. Grammy. Who the hell are you? Yada yada, you're done. What do you want? The Vapor Cakes. Yeah, I heard of them. Catchy, funky, cool. I like it. Look, tell them this. Whatever Atlantic's offering them, I'll add 4 zeros to it. Mr. Grammy's gonna make them $1 million. That's it. Lunch on me.
That you like
All right, everybody, we're back. We're back. And we're going to go ahead and get in these comments because we got to talk to y'all about it.
Yeah, what's going on?
we
Any
gotta s-
comments about our sound?
Yeah, let us know how we sound. We've played 2 songs. Maybe it sounds terrible. If it sounds terrible,
Like, if you're a homie, text me because I think we might be delayed on the chat.
yeah.
So we're seeing it a little bit later.
We got a lot of comments to get through over here, so we're going to
Oh,
talk about
wow,
those.
okay.
And I know that I'm just blasting in the mic. I'm just too loud in the mic. I'm sorry,
You
y'all.
project, babe. You project.
All right, so here we go. So Carrie Alexander says, please give me a new tequila cocktail to make. I'm bored of margaritas and screwdrivers. Carrie, you're in luck because we have a special segment today coming to you in about 15 to 10 minutes. So just wait, and I will address your question then. Okay? And then we're going to move down. And what's interesting about reading chats live on the internet is that it's as if you're at a show and you're just letting every heckler have the moment during the set.
Yeah.
Like, I find that very interesting. Like, if we were performing and I was, playing my machine, and so it was like, you suck, you're the worst, I would ignore it. Or if they asked Yadira to play, like, the wrong song, she would ignore it.
That's true.
So-
I have not ignored it in the past, and it's gotten me in trouble.
Exactly. So, like, if you give a heckler any attention during a show, you give them the upper hand, and then your whole show is just over because you've been dominated by the audience.
Right.
But in this scenario, we could actually address some very important questions.
And to clarify, I want to clarify what I said at the beginning of the stream about the antagonistic banter. I guess that's because Boom Baptist has been doing his own streams, and he released an album, and it knocks, and all this great stuff that we'll talk about in a minute. But during his live streams, his friends like sort of love/bully him.
Yeah.
And so like I can't deal with that, but
Yeah.
I think it's dope that y'all can do that.
It's a lot to ask when you're in front of a camera to come up with to quip back
Right.
at an inferior opponent. And so I welcome any challenger, and Yadira, we're going to boost her up during this
yeah.
set.
Otherwise, I'll cry.
Okay, so we're going to deal with a few of these. There's a lot, but most importantly, we have a dedication today.
Oh,
and this is a very important one. This is from our dear friend Avi, who we just aired a commercial from the great Mr. Grammy, who is played by Avi Minkoff. In my opinion, the role he should have had his whole life.
His breakout role.
His
if you will.
breakout role, and his mother agrees with us. So,
Yeah, Miriam, hey.
yeah, shout out to the Minkoffs, and he wants to dedicate the next song, which happens to be the Light,
Ooh.
to,
Whoa.
to Oddity, to his beautiful. So we're going to read it because it sounds terrible coming out of my mouth. So I'm going to say it to Yadira, and then she's going to say it.
That means we're both going to say it, so you should just say it once.
You sure?
Unless you want me to come over there and read it.
I want to dedicate Be the Light to my beautiful wife, Oddity. And that's just
She's
adorable.
beautiful, inside and out.
She's
Wonderful.
fantastic. We love both of y'all. Can't wait to see y'all. So we're going to keep moving down. I'm trying to ignore. So that was a piece of advice that I received during my stream. They said, Andrew, first of all, you have seeing problems, so you can't read the chat very well. And so you squint, and that's not attractive. And I didn't appreciate that. So I'm going to ignore that advice. But they also said that I read too many of the chats.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out my man Kerry, who's been doing the stream, who is very, like, I will trash talk him during his stream, and he's just able to seemingly avoid any emotion when reading my
Nope,
my
he doesn't
insults.
react. He stays really focused and calm, and on the topic at hand, or
Yeah,
great. Woo, guys.
Hey, so far so good. I feel like you're doing great. Carrie Alexander, a bit of advice for you.
Okay.
You need to get closer to the microphone when you talk, you dear
Okay,
Brown.
yeah, I keep like floating around. I'm like, whoa, hey, but I should stay close.
Lorenzo complained about the parental controls on our last video that we aired because Mr. Grammy just made this NC-17 real quick.
Whoops.
Sorry about that.
We should have been more prepared.
As Charles Barkley said, I am not a role model. Okay, so we're going to get close. So I'm reading for the Vapor Caves right now. What was the worst heckle you all have ever experienced, and how did you quip back?
Nothing comes to mind.
Yadir is an all-star. I am not, however.
Okay, here it goes.
I once performed with Devin the Dude, and I used to wear these big wire glasses, very nerdy glasses, with a hat, a blue hat, and a red and white striped shirt. And I was quite a bit thinner. And I was mid-song, and someone in the crowd said, "Why don't you get off the stage, you Where's Waldo looking ass?" And it was like an entire chant from the entire crowd. They just wanted me to leave. So this is what I'm saying. When you give anyone in the crowd the
So mean.
to me,
No, what he said to you.
I look like Where's Waldo.
Yeah.
If I pulled up the photo right now, you would know exactly what I was talking about. So anyway, we're ranting. I'm ranting. Yadir's doing a great job. And so we're going to play some more music. Again, like we said before, this is a dedication. And Yadir, go ahead and say it.
This is a dedication to Aditi from Avi. He loves you a lot. I don't know if there was another part to that message. I forgot it, but you got the point. Good God, what a lovely... No, I almost started crying.
No. I'll do the crying. I'm crying at how dope that was. Everybody, I hope you're doing great out there. We hope we're lifting you up with this music. Of course, that was Be the Light from our first album called Feel Yourself. And we're very proud to present it to you today from your couch, from our studio to your couch.
From our hearts.
And from our hearts, of course. So everybody out there in the chat, we're so happy to talk to you today. I think we have a lot of compliments about the audio quality, dear, so you can be happy about that because we sound real smooth out there. You dudes going to take a break, and I'm going to say some stupid trash talk so that we could just lighten the mood a little bit. So anyway, as mentioned by my homie Casey Brewer, the Twitch is the master channel. That's the master channel. Twitch is the highest quality. It has the lowest delay. If you are having trouble or the provider of the platform that you're watching on, who I will not name because they ever so rudely shut me down during my last stream for playing my own music. If they do that during the Vapor Cave set, please go over to Twitch. It's twitch.tv/ I think the Vapor Caves, or it could be Vapor Caves. Just try one of the two of them, and you could go over there. Unfortunately, we're not able to read your chats through there because we are not connected to a gazillion chats. We're just connected to one, which is Facebook. So if anybody's doing both, like my man Casey, I think Carrie is as well, go ahead and put the chats in the Facebook. We can answer them from here, and we're happy to kind of see what we could let you in on in terms of our process and what we've been doing for the last 5 or 6 or 7 weeks. How long has it been now with this quarantine?
Weeks, at least 6. Right?
Oh man, it's been 6 weeks.
6, 7, I think maybe.
That is depressing. Well, we're gonna move down. I know we had a question about when new music was coming, and I think you should answer this one.
I think in a few months, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, we just submitted our two new songs to be pressed onto a 45, and that will be released digitally as well. I think May, early June. Don't have the exact
Digital should be June or July, and then the physical will be shortly after that. And we are partnering with a wonderful group of people that we're so excited to talk about when we get closer.
Yes.
Yes, wonderful tunes, dear friends featured on both of them. We're feeling very collaborative lately, so send us some stuff. Let's work. Let's make some music.
Yeah, let's collab.
Yeah, I think everybody's got a lot of time to do stuff now and learn OBS and learn how to produce. So hit us up. Okay, we're gonna look at a couple more questions. I'm gonna address this one. Does your watch have a calculator, Andrew? Yes. This is the original Dick Tracy watch. So this is the one from the first motion picture. I got it at an auction in 1994. And yeah, I can talk into it. I can wear yellow zoot suits with it. And that's it. That's the Dick Tracy watch. So we're going to keep moving. Florian, this is Flo Obama saying, you guys are lovely. And Boo Shakalaka is blankin' nasty.
You know?
Everybody needs to pay attention to Insect Records right now. Self-plug and homie and family plug. Insect Records, Butcher Bear. They're putting out some fantastic records right now, including my homie Rob and, of course, Flo Obama, both coming in May 8th. So you can get the cassettes or you can get the digital. So go check both of those. Insectrecords.bandcamp.com. Shout out, everybody. Andrew, you could do some ASMR.
That's true. We all know that. He's got a really great voice.
Can you do some ASMR while I read the next few
I
chats?
don't know. I don't know if I can. No, I'm not. I can't do the accent. You're really great at it. No. I could whisper
There we go. That's good.
about nothing.
What else?
More nothing.
Very nice. How's everybody doing today?
How are you guys doing?
Is this uncomfortable for anybody who's
I don't want to
watching?
keep doing this.
Okay.
It might be making people.
All
really
right.
uncomfortable,
Well,
actually.
we addressed it, and this is why you don't listen to hecklers in the crowd.
Exactly, proving our point.
Okay. So we're going to move right along because that got awkward real fast. Thank you, everybody, for contributing those awkward questions. You guys are doing great. I don't know what I'm bringing up next, but I have a feeling it's the one and only patented, brand new MargCam. Ladies and gentlemen, in collaboration with Jimmy Buffett of Margaritaville Studios and Margaritaville Restaurants and Margaritaville Water Park and Margaritaville Credit Card in partnership with Apple and American Express. I'm here to present to you the MargCam. On the MargCam, we explore new margaritas, old margaritas of yesteryear and of 2020. So we're going to look at this margarita right here that I have pulled up. Okay, that's in the frame. This margarita was made with Espolòn, about 2 shots of Espolòn, a nice agave. I do about a half a shot of agave. Obviously, I salt the rim. I wet the entire glass and I salt the rim in advance. Then I put the glass in the freezer. Once it's chilled enough, I bring it back out, at which point I combine Cointreau, I combine agave, and I combine 2 shots of tequila. Sometimes I will add a water, and obviously you'll add the limes so that you can have a nice, tart, but sweet and refreshing summery margarita. So this is my margarita, and I'm going to try it right now, and I'm going to do a live react live on screen for the internet. Oh, that's good. So this has been the MargCam. We're going to go back to performing some songs. Carrie, unfortunately, I don't have a great recipe for you. I just make margaritas because I don't like the fancy stuff. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to the MargCam, and we're going to continue on, y'all.
What's wrong, baby? You're looking so sad. Did they break your heart? Did she take him back? Is it over before it even began? Has anyone noticed your tears or your plans? Ooh, oh. Better find a lover home. Never know the danger zone. Better find a lover home. We're gonna lose alone. Better find a lover home. Never know the danger zone. Better find a lover home. Feel it in your bones. Oh, sweet baby, you know I'm not one to judge. I just see it so clearly. I think you had enough. I can't change your mind. No, I won't make a scene. But there's no way that my man is the man of your dreams. Better find a lover home. Never know the danger zone. Better find a lover home. We're gonna live alone. Better find a lover home. Never know the danger zone. Better find a lover home. Feel it in your bones. One time when we were playing this in Nashville, this wonderful woman I had met decided to offer me something to drink because she thought I was thirsty. And I ran out into the crowd and I picked up the cup, took it from her hands, took a huge swig because it was clear and it was in a water cup and I thought it was water. And I realized immediately it was tequila and I had to drink it. Hit me tonight, 'cause my feeling is just so right as we dance by the moonlight. Can't you see you're my delight?
y'all. How we doing out there? Chime in the chat. It might be getting a little quiet in the chat. Go ahead and host some share parties, some watch parties, whatever you call them. Neighborhood watch party up in here. Do whatever the hell you got to do and share this, because this is a lovely moment we're sharing with y'all, and vice versa.
I wish we could share it in person.
I wish we could share it in person, but we need to be safe. We should be safe.
That's right.
Everybody seems to be in a rush to get back to regular life. We'd like to advocate against that. We're having a tough time just like everybody else. This is a relatably difficult experience. So everybody just remember that, there are programs in place for us to figure out what we're going to do next. There's no rush to get back. Your health and your safety is first. So that's your public service announcement from Andrew. And I'm going to go ahead and launch this video that I forgot to play earlier.
Hi, I'm Wally Woolworth, primary investor and CEO at The Candle Store. And today, I want to talk to you about candles. Ever since I was a boy, all the other kids wanted to be astronauts and firefighters, but I loved candles. I loved everything about them. The wax, the wick, and the way they burned. And when I made my first Yankee Doodle, I realized that I was going to be the best. But I never thought that my candles would rock and rip until I got an email message from a band called The Papercakes from Ogden, Texas. When they sent me their email message with their Be the Light design, I knew that it was going to be a real hit. And so now, we've partnered together, Candle Store and The Papercakes, to make the Be the Light candle.
All right, everybody, we're back. We're back, and we're checking in with y'all. We're going to do a couple more of the chat questions. You down with that?
Yes, but
Within reason,
don't
of
ask
course.
me any questions I don't know the answer to.
Right. Of course. Respect.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. Somebody wanted to let you know that the red coat is fire,
Thanks.
and I agree. That coat is on fire. That coat is boom shakalaka.
TM.
All right, we're gonna move down. A lot of very nice things that y'all are saying about the music, and we really appreciate it. Carrie says he's being our real life counterpart on Twitch, answering the questions. Carrie,
He's answering questions about us,
just
which is cool because he probably knows a lot.
he's just such a respectful dude. I would trust Carrie with almost anything.
I'm just smiling.
Yeah.
dead eyes
Okay,
into
we're gonna
the
keep
camera.
moving. Somebody said, "Damn, Yadira, your voice sounds hella nice on these."
Oh gosh. Okay, thank you.
Not to take anything away from her, we are now running through a Universal Audio beautiful preamp. Can you read it? Because I can't. What's the model? LA610. We found a great deal for it via Rock and Roll Rentals, and then I found a new deal for it that I sent to Bragg Lights because Bragg Lights was interested in getting one. So I think she might actually get it. And just make sure, ladies and gentlemen, if you go on Craigslist, make sure that you haggle all the way down. What's the worst thing that could happen, right?
Yeah, you're so great at that. He's a haggler.
Haggling.
Pro haggler.
In other countries, you could haggle just regular items, grocery store items, flea market items. So, apply it across the world. Okay. Moving right along.
Do a tune?
Yeah, I think we're going to do a tune.
This is a new song.
Yeah.
Another new song.
What's the name of this one and what's it about?
Oh, come on.
No, we're not doing that?
Not about this one, but it's called Sacrifice. yourself.
All right, as we mentioned, that is Sacrifice. Brand new song, very much unfinished. And that's what you could expect from Shelter in Caves. You could expect unfinished.
Unfinished songs,
Unfinished, unprepared, and
jokes.
unscripted material coming live from our studio. We hope you've enjoyed it. It would be awkward for me to introduce this next thing, which is a world premiere.
Oh, I should.
So I think that you should do it.
Okay. I hope I get all of this right.
You're going to do great.
This is a world premiere video from Boom Baptist. I can't. It's so serious. Okay. He released an album. It's called Boom Shakalaka. This is the first music video from that album.
Who made it?
And Bird Peterson made it. And he's one of our dear friends who we love so much. So, best I could do.
It's game over. Psycho, can't with it, it's impossible. Can't with it, it's impossible.
Paul, it's like nothing I've ever seen. The kids are lining up in mass outside of Funko Land.
When I raise my trigger finger, all your niggas in the death.
I've given up with their behavior.
What else am I mad about?
He's on fire!
All right, y'all, we're going to do one more song, and it is basically our response to Abbott trying to send people out in Texas to go, catch COVID-19. We're not about that life, so this is what we have to say. Something's telling me to hold on. We ain't gotta rush. We ain't gotta rush. Hurry
you know it. No, 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 no.
I'm not gonna stay, even just a day.
Longer than I should.
If it don't feel good, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait for the world to change.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait for the world to stay the same. Hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait for the world to change. Hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. Yeah, we're gonna wait till round 2 on that one, guys.
All right. And we're back. Let me turn the talk box off.
Oh,
Yes.
Hey.
Yes, you did.
Hi.
You did says turn turn that damn talk box off like 2 years ago. I talk a lot in between the tracks, but not during the tracks. So that was my opportunity, and now we're gonna have a chat with y'all in the chats
yep.
and see how it's been going. A lot of people. Okay, I'm gonna ignore y'all. Sorry. What is the trophy for?
Which one?
That one right there. Could you pull that one? That blue one. Right, and then just display it. If you could display it to the camera real fast, and I think you could turn it around and show the label. Yeah, there we go. The label on the front. It says NBA Jam Elite Champion. Now I don't mean. I feel as though this was there was a plant in the chat who I told to do this, but I didn't. So that was a trophy I won for beating 30 of the best NBA Jam players in the world, and that happened in 2016. By my side, I had the great Kellen Chumley, Kid Slice, maybe the greatest 1-2 combo in NBA Jam history. So, that's that. That's a short story. I could talk about it for a long time, so I'm going to just go ahead and ignore that. We're going to plug a few things, right, while we're on the subject. This is the cassette released by Insect Records. I'm going to put it in the sunlight. That way it looks...
I can also put the whole.
Yeah, go ahead and hold it up real close to there. Yeah, look at that damn cassette. So beautiful, modeled after the Super Nintendo cartridge of NBA Jam in 1993 when it debuted on home consoles. Now, this is a little bit important as well. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the picture disc for Boom Shakalaka, the great debut from Boom Baptist, your friend, the person you can depend on. Through night, through day, this is the picture disc, Boom Shakalaka. That is available on my Bandcamp. You can just put that right here for the remainder of the show so people can fawn over it.
No, it's cute. You can see it.
It's quite good. We have about 30 copies of those left. I want to sell them to all my friends. So, homies, this is another great opportunity for us to request if you were feeling the stream or if you were feeling the music, go ahead and donate. Underneath me over here, we have a QR code.
In this corner as well as right
And
here.
then on her left, we have a QR code. On her side, we have the Venmo QR. That's a great opportunity to use your QR camera, snap a shot, donate $1.
$1. I mean, every dollar matters. It counts. It helps us so much just to, pay our
Absolutely.
bills.
We had about 9 shows canceled due to COVID. Naturally, we're all struggling through this, and we could all relate. But if you have the means, or if you felt the stream, go ahead and donate. And then, of course, you'll see on either side, we also have links to our Venmo, our PayPal, and our Cash App. We really appreciate it. But this is not what we're here for. We're here to engage with y'all, have a chat, and share some new music. So, let's get with it.
Yeah, we got one more special surprise. Oh no, you're doing a chat. Okay.
We're gonna do a little, and then we're gonna do a surprise.
Questions.
So they said the shirt that Wally is wearing is Hella, New Mexico.
I mean, duh. guys.
That shirt came from a dear friend, Brent Stallings, also known as Bonus Junk. He had 3 shirts. They were all Western shirts, and they all belonged to someone named Borak.
Oh yeah, Borak shirts. I forgot about that.
Borak. And what he did is he would physically write his name in marker at the bottom of each shirt. Underneath the last button, he would write it vertically. So I have these 3 shirts from my friend Brent, and they're all hella loud, and I wear them when I want to do a deal or let my personality be 10x. and they all say Borak at the bottom, and you can't get it out. So shout out Borak. I think in the 70s he was like a roller skating legend or something. All right. The shirt. Somebody been. When was the last time I played pickup basketball? It was a bad scene. I played against Kid Slice's younger brother, and it hurt a lot because I have knee problems. But in my heart, I'm constantly playing pickup basketball and digital basketball, so holler at me. We're going to move along. Let's see what else we got besides everybody talking trash, because I love y'all. New jams are fresh. Thank you. Yup. And then this is the awkward moment where my bad vision is struggling to read through this. No, we got about 48 comments. I'm just moving through them as fast as I can. Big head mode. Thank you, Antonius. Big head mode, I'll talk about that real quick, was a mode in NBA Jam that you could set from the administrators or the arcade owner's standpoint where you triple the size of the head. In the new video that Bird did, he made my head even bigger than it already is. I'm a size 8 in fitted hats, which, if you don't know, is astounding. Kid Slice is also a size 8. I'm trying to remember who else. There's a couple people with just monster heads. I'm one of them. So thank you for calling that out. Alex, I was born in big head mode as well. So shout out Alex for having a big head. There's some inappropriate comments.
I saw that one.
Mm-hmm.
Very rude.
They said keep the talk box on, respect, but also, we got to let each other shine, right?
Yeah.
You dear guest her
Am
moment.
I singing too loud?
No, definitely not. You sound amazing tonight.
I want you to shine.
Yeah.
I want him to shine.
Yeah, thank you so much. You're so nice. It looks clean and it sounds clean. Okay.
Cool. Any more dedications?
The homie said, I want to snag the vinyl now, homie. Can I pick it up curbside? Of course you can. Dear friends, the 30 remaining copies of the picture disc, I would love to deliver them to you or have you pick them up curbside. These are special times and they require special circumstances. Of course, I could leave it out on a table. It is covered by a poly sleeve, so it will not get damaged. Y'all just let me know what you want to do. Okay. Well, I think we've moved through most of the comments.
Okay.
And we really appreciate everybody.
That's about our time. That's about an hour.
On the Vapor Caves page, they said everything is sounding amazing, and we really appreciate it, y'all.
Next time we're going to try to set up the IG Live, Instagram Live.
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, if anyone has advice on how to simultaneously do that.
Carrie.
So, yeah. I don't know if Carrie knows, but we specifically did not mention you maybe it was the last stream where somebody was like, what's the setup and how do you do it? And I'm very inexperienced with technical stuff, so I did go to my friend, who now I will not name because a lot of you have short-term memory loss. So my man who helped me with all the OBS stuff and all of that, we really appreciate it, bro. But we need to figure out how to do the Instagram thing simultaneously. I know it's vertical instead of horizontal. So if anybody knows, go ahead and put that in the chat. Again, one last time, we have QRs on my side and on her side, and we have links underneath those QRs. Those correspond to places to possibly donate. We really appreciate it.
We also have a few copies of the vinyl.
Yes.
Feel yourself. We've got some other dope merch, so check us out.
For sure. And what we're going to do now is actually, I guess, debut a video that we put out
in January.
January.
It debuted in January. And we just want to shout out our amazing friends who helped us with this video. It was a labor of love and took every ounce of their friendship for us to execute because there were so many things that we all had to do. Making a video is really tough, and we made it happen with zero money and just so much great energy and creative vision. So we want to shout out Side Label.
Absolutely. Side Label, we love you so much. And
they're killers. They're just doing all the things.
We can never repay you. We know that you're struggling with no projects, and we know how hard that is. So a big shout out to Side Label. Everybody follow them on Instagram, Facebook, whatever the hell. And I know they have a lovely website with all their work.
Yeah, their whole catalog.
So if you're thinking about doing any large scale video stuff, They're the ones that are incredible with music videos, and I know they've done a lot of incredible corporate stuff as well. So shout out Side Label, Wilkins and Drew.
Also Andrew Baird, who shot it.
Yes.
Odion Garcia, my cousin, who did all the animation, which was huge. I can't say enough about how beautiful
Shouts Odion.
it looks. Also, there's I'm pointing in back of me, but I should be pointing below to this animation on the bottom here. He created that.
Oh yeah, that's in the video.
Yeah. Such a talented
So that's the
person.
bandstand that the incredible band that we hired for that set performed in front of. So shouts Odion and shouts the entire crew.
The cast, Kid Slice, Avi,
All the dancers, like it's
Misa,
extensive.
Marisa, Veronica, Erica, Malou. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so much. Sorry for the cursing, everybody who is watching with children.
So we're gonna play it right now, and this has been Shelter in Caves. We don't know if we're gonna do this in May. We haven't really even talked about it, but this is our way of performing, so probably we'll keep doing it. And thank you all for tuning in, y'all. Peace.
Ooh, look at these spicy senoritas.
Ladies, you've won a one-time subscription to this Playboy's penthouse. You know what I mean, fellas?
Your mom's basement isn't a penthouse, loser.
Ooh, I like a testy lady, and I don't mind getting a little bit of sand on my suit if you don't mind me taking the top down. You know what I mean?
That's the cheapest suit I've ever seen. You and your boys look broke as fuck.
Whoa, let's slow it down here. Why don't you give me your number?
Ooh. Hold on, let me get a pen. Listen up, cause you need to know. If you don't, here's a chance to grow. Ladies' hands if you told him no, but he refused to let it go. He believes that the world is his, so he DMs to ask for pics. Quick to call me a bitch or slut, got me thinking, nice for what? Plus I'm busy every day, taking care of me always. I could tell that he ain't the one, but your girl still had some fun. Listen up, cause it's worth the time. Save your breath, don't hit my line. Hear me, what I say is true, I'm not that into you. She's such a bitch to the boys. She hangs it up when they call. She's such a bitch to the boys. She plays around with them all. She's such a bitch to the boys. She hangs it up when they call. She's such a bitch to the boys. She plays around with them all. Hello.
Hey now, I'm that hunk you met the other night at the party. You know, tall, built and handsome, wearing Dockers and drinking a cold Zima.
How'd you get this number?
It doesn't matter how I got your number. You wanna forget a face like mine? How about I take you out on the town?
I'm not interested.
Sure, I have a convertible with leather seats and a new CD player.
I don't care.
Well, it sounds like you need a real man to buy you some shoes.
I can buy my own damn shoes.
Damn, why you acting like such a...
What? Don't ever call me again. She's such a bitch to the boys. She hangs it up when they call. She's such a bitch to the boys. Yeah, she plays around with them all. She's such a bitch to the boys.